If you could just say your name and your title for the record.
My name is Demián Bichir, and I play Miguel.
Fantastic. Now, I really like the film. Congratulations on it. And I have to say that in a film that tackles such serious themes, both you and your music are a bright spot in it. So I have to ask, how did you become involved with the project, or what really drew you to it?
It's all about singing that song. Yeah, when they say, you're gonna do film singing, everybody wants to rule the world. I said, I'm in, and that was a great thing, man. We had so much fun doing that. There are many different elements that have to come together in order for you to be lucky and say, you know, yes to a project. And first of all, of course, you want a good story, you want a solid script and a great character, a character that can represent a new type of approach, that something that you can, something new that you can explore or get your, hands into. And I saw that. I saw the chance of exploring new elements that I have never tried before as an actor in any other film. So, and then, of course, who's going to make the film, right? And that could be a big asset, or just a turn off. And of course, when you admire someone the way I admire Robin as an actor, uh, I just wanted to be a part of this. I just wanted to be part of this new experience for her, because I remember when I saw her name on House of Cards the first times that she directed. I was like, my goodness, I think this is great. And it was only like a natural step that she would take, yes or yes, one day or another, because she's so smart, and you can tell that she has a great, eye for many different things. Just take a look at the choices she's made as an actor. And that's pretty much what directing is all about, making the right choices for everything that you put on the screen. And I was very excited just to meet her, just to be able to talk to her and chat a little bit. And then it was an instant connection. I was very, very lucky to find this longtime sister that I just met, and all that together, and the fact that the story is so timely and so powerful and so much needed, that defines, this story defines us as humans. And this is the best of us, that what we can do when when we have that chance into our path, into our lives, to help somebody else.
Now, over the past few years, you've worked on some pretty high-profile, big-budget projects. I mean, even of Godzilla versus Kong coming up. But this film is quite literally the opposite. It's a small, character-driven indie. What was it like going back to the basics for you?
I feel comfortable navigating into any type of genre and any type of budget. Growing up in Mexico, this is pretty much the way we shoot films. With very little money, and so time is always very tight. We know how to do that naturally, and so making films is the same thing anywhere you go. The only thing that changes is the actual place, whatever industry goes on in that country, and then what the budget is, and that defines many different things. It will probably give you more time or less time, or it would probably have better goodies at the craft service. But it's pretty much the same. When they say action, it's exactly the same. Anywhere films are made that way. And I just feel lucky, one, and second, very comfortable going, into whatever direction.
Now, as we spoke about before, in the film, your character has an obsession with that Tears for Fears song, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. But it didn't really occur to me until that scene where you guys are singing the song, that the film, the song rather, is a roadmap for the entire film. Even the lyrics Even while we sleep, we will find you. That's an exact description of how you find her character. So was that something you guys, I mean, obviously it seems to me it was something you guys are very aware of while you were filming.
Yeah, there's a room where the light won't find you. It's another great line from that song. You know what I mean? I will be right there behind you, to hold you. And so I think it's a perfect song. Not only uh, because it was right there and we could afford it, but also because it was perfect for the film, for the story we were telling. And it's such a catchy tune. So it came in very, very, uh, you know, right in place, right when we needed it.
Now, as you mentioned also before, this was Robin Wright's feature film directorial debut, and she nails it, of course. So you're right; she has a very good eye for things.
Yeah.
The direction, in my opinion, is one of the stronger aspects of the film. But having worked with the likes of Oliver Stone, Ridley Scott, even Quentin Tarantino, how would you say she matches up against those guys?
you know, every director, they all have their own way of making a film. It's us actors who adapt to the way they make a film. It doesn't matter what your process is as an actor. You have to adapt to the director that you're working with at that precise moment. What Robin Wright has in common with all these heavyweights, with Chris Weitz and Steven Soderbergh and Tarantino and Ridley Scott and George Clooney, and with the actor directors, such as Chris Weitz and Tarantino and Clooney, is that she knows exactly what she wants, and she knows what we actors love and hate. And we actors have a BA's radar. And and what she has in common with those guys is that she doesn't complicate things unnecessarily, because you will find complications anyway. So why create new complications, right? She never stays in one take a million times unless we need it. You know what I mean? And we never needed a million takes. So she simplifies everything. She makes sure that she provides everybody around her in her team, in the ship that she commands as captain. She provides every tool to everybody in every corner, in every department, so they can perform their best. Whether you're a wardrobe designer or a production designer, a DP or the cast. And that's exactly what these guys that we mentioned do. That's they do it that way. And sometimes, you will find directors that rehearse a lot. Sometimes no rehearsal is needed, and so on and so on. So we learn from that. There's a director in every actor. I have directed my own, film myself, and it's exactly the same way. It's like if you pay attention after making so many films, you learn. You know exactly what to do. You know what I mean? And this is just it's like a natural step, because we actors love to participate in everything. Sometimes we're too nosy, and the only way you can really have control over anything is if you command the ship.
I mean, I think you said it perfectly. Now, this is my final question. This is a film about how people deal with pain differently, and how even when someone is in pain, they can still heal someone else's pain. What else are you hoping that people take away from this film, though?
Exactly that. Exactly that. One, that it doesn't matter how deep your pain is and your sorrows and how long your grieving process might look like. Um, you have to be certain that you will come back, that you will come back on your feet and smile again. You have to endure this process. It's a long, painful process, but you have to take it. And that's what we see in this film. In order to be able to achieve that, you have to be open and you have to surrender also to every element around you that can help you heal. And we see that, I think that's poetically put in this film in every step of the way. and hopefully people will see that. I think it's a very hopeful film. It's a very, very touching film that talks about the best of us humans.
Thank you so much, Demian, for your time. Once again, congratulations on the film.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, my friend. Thank you. Take care.